the Easy Way podcast, where simple tips become real results. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Easy Way podcast. I am Peter, and today we have a very important topic for anyone who feels stuck at home. We are going to destroy a very common myth.
Hi, Peter. Hi, everyone. I am very curious about this myth. I've been feeling a little sad lately because I really want to travel to the United States to improve my English, but flight tickets are so expensive.
That is exactly the myth I want to talk about, Bella. Many students believe that you must live in an English-speaking country to become fluent, but that is simply not true. You can reach an advanced level right here in your own bedroom.
Really? That sounds too good to be true. Everyone tells me that immersion is the only way. If I don't live in New York, how can I ever speak like a native? I feel like I am missing the most important ingredient.
Immersion is important, but you can create immersion anywhere. To prove this, I want to tell you the story of a girl named Anna. She became completely fluent without ever leaving her country. Her story will show you the specific steps she took.
I definitely want to hear this story. If Anna could do it, maybe I can do it too. Please tell me, how did she start? Was she a genius child who loved grammar books?
Not at all. In fact, Anna started learning English when she was a child, but she didn't like it. She wasn't motivated. It was just another school subject for her, like math or history. She studied, but she didn't really learn.
That sounds exactly like me in high school. I memorized the verbs for the test, and then I forgot them the next day. So what changed for Anna? What was the moment that sparked her fire?
The change happened when she was a teenager. She decided she wanted to go to a specific university. This university required a high level of English for admission. Suddenly, she had a real goal.
I see. So the motivation shifted from I have to study to I want to study. That is a very powerful difference. Having a clear objective makes the hard work feel necessary.
Exactly. It's about context. When she realized English was the key to her dream, she started taking it seriously. But she realized that grammar books were not enough. She needed to sound natural.
That is my biggest problem. I know the grammar rules, but when I speak, I sound like a robot reading a manual. Did Anna find a solution for her robotic voice?
Yes, she focused heavily on accent reduction and pronunciation. She understood that vocabulary is useless if people cannot understand the sounds you are making. She started working on this every single day.
But how can you practice accent reduction alone? Did she hire an expensive coach? I certainly cannot afford a private coach right now.
No, she didn't spend money. She used the internet. She found videos online and used a technique called shadowing. She would listen to a native speaker and repeat the sentences exactly at the same time.
I've heard of shadowing. It's when you try to copy the rhythm and the melody of the speaker, right? It feels a little silly at first, like you're an actor.
It does feel silly, but it's incredibly effective. Anna practiced difficult sounds over and over again until her tongue muscle remembered the position. This gave her confidence to speak.
Confidence is what I lack the most. Sometimes I know the word, but I'm afraid to say it because I think my accent is bad. I guess I need to practice shadowing more often.
Consistency was Anna's next secret weapon. She didn't just study once a week, she studied almost every day. She made English a daily habit, just like brushing her teeth.
That's where I struggle. Sometimes I study for 3 hours on Saturday, but then I do nothing from Monday to Friday. I guess that's not a good strategy.
That's the binge studying trap. It's much better to study for 30 minutes every day than for 5 hours once a week. Anna also did something very smart. She tracked her progress.
What do you mean by tracked her progress? Did she take tests every week? I hate tests. They make me so nervous.
No, not formal tests. She kept her old essays and recordings. Every few months, she would look at her old work. This showed her how much she had improved, which kept her motivated.
That's a brilliant idea. Usually we only look at what we don't know. We forget to celebrate what we have already learned. Seeing the improvement must be a great feeling.
It's essential for mental health and language learning. Now, let's talk about how she learned. She didn't just use textbooks, she used immersion strategies.
Immersion without travel? You mean she surrounded herself with the language at home?
Precisely. She watched TV series, listened to podcasts, and read articles in English. She made her environment an English zone. She turned her entertainment into learning.
I love watching movies, so if I watch my favorite show in English without subtitles, that counts as studying? That sounds like the best homework ever.
It definitely counts, but you have to pay attention. You can't just sleep in front of the TV. You need to listen to the phrases and try to understand the context.
I can do that. It makes the process fun. I think that's the key. If it's boring, I will quit. If it's fun, I will continue forever.
You hit the nail on the head, Bella. Fun and consistency are the two pillars of fluency. But there is one final step Anna took to reach the advanced level.
Let me guess, she finally bought a plane ticket? No, wait, the story is about not traveling. What did she do?
She started speaking with real people. Once she had some confidence from her solo practice, she looked for conversation partners. She talked to native speakers online.
That's the scary part. But I guess with the internet, you can find people from the USA, England, or Australia without leaving your chair.
Exactly. She joined conversation clubs and found language exchange partners. This helped her gain spontaneous fluency. It taught her how to react in real time.
Spontaneous fluency means speaking without thinking too much, right? Like the words just flow out of your mouth naturally.
Yes, and you can only get that by interacting with people. But notice the order. First, she built a foundation with study and shadowing. Then she added conversation.
That makes a lot of sense. I always try to speak before I have any vocabulary, and then I get frustrated. I need to build my foundation first.
It is a process. So Anna achieved her dream. She got into the university and she spoke fluent English. And she never lived in an English-speaking country.
That is such an inspiring story. It makes me feel like I have no more excuses. I have the internet, I have movies, and I have time.
You have everything you need. The physical location does not matter. What matters is your discipline and your strategy. Travel is a bonus, not a requirement.
I am going to start my home immersion today. I will change my phone language to English and watch a movie tonight.
That is a fantastic start. Changing your phone language is a small step, but it forces your brain to switch modes constantly.
I tried that once and I deleted my photos by mistake, so I am willing to try again. I need to be brave like Anna.
Please be careful with your photos. But yes, be brave with your learning. Remember, errors are part of the journey. Anna made thousands of mistakes before she became fluent.
That is good to remember. I'm a perfectionist, so I hate making mistakes. But if I want to learn, I have to accept that I will be imperfect for a while.
Imperfection is progress. If you're not making mistakes, you're probably not trying hard enough sentences. You need to push your limits.
Okay, I will push my limits. I also liked the idea of tracking progress. I think I will record myself speaking today and then listen to it in 3 months.
That is the best way to see objective progress. You'll be amazed at how much your accent changes if you practice shadowing consistently.
I'm excited now. I don't feel sad about the plane ticket anymore. I can bring the English language to me.
You certainly can. English is a global language. It's everywhere. You just need to open your eyes and ears to it.
Do you think talking to myself in the mirror counts as speaking practice? Because I do that a lot.
Absolutely. It's a great way to practice without pressure. You can narrate your day. Now I'm making coffee. Now I'm opening the door.
Now I'm listening to Peter. I will do that. It keeps the brain active in English mode.
So let's review the main lessons from Anna's story for our listeners. What was the first key point?
The first point was motivation. You need a clear goal, like university or a job, to keep you going when things get hard.
Correct. And the second point regarding how she sounded.
She focused on accent and pronunciation using online materials and shadowing. She didn't just read, she listened and repeated.
Very good. And what about her study schedule?
She had consistency. She studied a little bit every day instead of cramming once a week, and she tracked her progress.
And finally, how did she consume the language?
She used immersion strategies like movies and series to make it fun, and eventually she spoke with natives online.
You have an excellent memory, Bella. If you apply these steps, you will become fluent, I promise you.
I believe you. I feel ready to start my new routine. Thank you for sharing Anna's story with me. It really opened my mind.
It was my pleasure. I hope everyone listening realizes that they have the power to learn right now, wherever they are.
Yes, no plane ticket required, just passion and practice.
Thank you for listening to the Easy Way podcast. Don't forget to practice your shadowing today.
And don't delete your photos by mistake. See you next time, everyone. Bye.
Goodbye, everyone. Keep studying.
Bye-bye.